YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Big Will Allen Creative. Let me get this volume right real quick. All right. So, it's been over a week since my last video, and some things have changed. So, that's what we're going to speak upon. Technically, this is episode 2 of Prime Gear Weekly, but because it's Black Friday and, there's a lot of channels that's already talked about the deals for Black Friday. I kind of want to talk about what I personally have gotten into gear wise. Number one, the channel has a new camera. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Throughout this week, the channel has had 2 new cameras. I had a camera before this camera, but an opportunity presented itself for me to get my dream camera, and I jumped on it. So, Will Allen Creative, we are now the owners of a Sony FX30. Clap for your boy. But no, so a deal that was too good for me to pass up arose, and so I decided to jump on it, and now we have the FX30, and I think I'm content on where I'm at with it. As I have 3 lenses. I have the Sigma 16, the GOAT lens for the APCS cameras. I have a Sigma 30, and before I slept on that lens, I never really got it, and I kept passing on it. But a buddy of mine, he's been looking for one, and he's been raving about it, so I had the chance to get one, and I got it, and I'm in love with this lens already, just after playing with it for a little bit. And then to go in that 50 millimeter range, I didn't get a nifty 50, but I got a Tamron 35 millimeter 2.8 that once you factor in the crop, that's about 52. So it works. So those are the 3 lenses I have right now for this setup, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the whole setup right now. And there's another part of the setup that I have that is making me love this whole setup right now, especially for me doing this YouTube video. I also got a new light. So I had a newer Cobb light as my main key light, and it wasn't bicolor, so it was stuck on 1 Kelvin, and you could only dim how bright the light was. And for some reason, and maybe it's because the actual softbox I was using with the light was a Godox softbox, and it just wasn't clicking with the light how it needed to. So maybe that's why. But for some reason, I can never. It was either always too bright or too dark. I can never find that medium that I was happy with. So I ended up getting a new light. I got the Godox SL 100 by, and so far I'm loving this light. I like how I can have it as a low output darkness, and I'm good to go. Also, this FX30, it helps a lot with the whole look and setup. So before I get to the main thing that I got for the channel, I want to talk about what I had for the channel and got rid of, because honestly, I don't have remorse for getting rid of it because of why I got rid of it, but I didn't get the chance to do a review with this camera while having the camera. Now I have footage that I've shot with this camera that I'm going to use when I do the full on review of it. But for a hot minute, I had the Nikon Z30, and let me tell you what, that camera is slept on big. I was highly impressed by that camera. Like, the ease of use for it. So whether you're somebody who knows nothing about cameras or somebody who knows, a lot about cameras, it was very, it had good ergonomics. It was very easy to use. The menu system, probably the 3rd best menu system I've ever used. Number 1 being Sony with the update for the FX30 and the newer menu system. And then we have Blackmagic. If you've never used the Blackmagic, their menu system is just mwah. Like if other companies could just adopt that menu system, oh. But the problem with Blackmagic cameras is, they're a specific type of camera. Like you have to specifically be looking for that camera. And then, we have the Nikon menu system, and it's just like so easy to find things, get to things. Things are just like the ease of use of it. The other thing about this camera, it shoots 4K, um, up to 30 frames per second. So there's no 4K. Actually, it might have been 60. I can't remember. But I know it stopped at a certain point. But it shot full 4K with no crop. And when I tell you it was decent 4K for a quote unquote entry level camera, it was amazing. Like I really love this camera. It was very good for vlogging. I honestly feel that if Nikon had a better array of lenses, or if Nikon could get a third party company to get them some lenses, um, you know, Nikon could go somewhere with that whole system, the Z30, Z6, Z7. Obviously, the Z9 is a beast. We all know about it, but just the shape of that camera, it throws me off. Like I get it. It's supposed to look like, a camera with a battery pack or a battery grip on the bottom of it, but it's like nobody wants that stuck on their camera, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so this camera, the Z30, it was a beautiful camera at that. It didn't feel like Sony A7 IV FX30 expensive, but it didn't feel cheap either. Like it felt kind of like a A6500 or like Canon R10 ish. Like, well, no, because Canon R10, well, yeah, they're about the same the way they feel, but it didn't feel expensive, but it didn't feel cheap like it was going to break. They're actually weathered, and this is the other thing. They come weather sealed, so it's like for an entry level camera, it's weather sealed, beautiful. The kit lens on it is amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I just feel like that camera was slept on. Like it just came out back in like the summer and nobody really talks about it. And it's one of those cameras that I feel like if a big YouTuber just talked about it, you know, it might could get some leadway, I guess is the best way to put it. Like legitly, um it, it's one of so here's the best way to explain it, right? I had so much fun while using that camera. And I don't mean like, oh, I got new gear fun, because anytime we get new gear, we have fun with it. I mean, legit, like, had a blast with this camera. Like, even when I was at the park doing, some video with it, like, my wife was with me. Like, I just wanted to have fun and shoot some photos and videos with her. And, like, for an entry level camera, it has an easy switch back and forth system. The screen was nice and bright, easy to use. I shot some amazing video with just the kit lens with no ND filter or nothing, and it just works. It's the type of camera you can turn it on automatic, whether you're a newbie or an experienced person, and just vlog. Or if you want to do like a more detailed video, you can dial in the settings if you know what you're doing, and it's like you know just when my full review comes out of it, you'll see. And I'll have footage up in there of it. So, stay tuned. Um, the other thing I wanted to talk about is what the main point of this video. So, I've known about the Focusrite Vocaster interface and setup for a while. I passed on it a bunch of times. I've gotten the Wave XLR over it. Um, I've gotten some other interfaces because I also do music, so kind of makes it easier for me. But over this past couple of days for Black Friday, Focusrite had the Vocaster One Studio bundle on sale for $250. So you get this mic, you get the Vocaster One interface, you get the headphones, and pretty much everything you would need to start right off the bat. And what really got me hyped is what's going on right now. So, normally when you record your audio through an interface or something like that, or with however you record your audio, if it's not, through your camera or a shotgun mic or something, you have to sync your audio in post production. This interface is actually hooked directly to my camera right now. So this audio is going into my camera directly. And that's why I jumped on it. And that's what I wanted to talk about because it blew my mind. I didn't know this. I passed on this interface so many times. And I'm kind of mad at myself because the fact that like you can bake the audio from the interface directly into the camera, like that's dope as hell to me. Now this mic, and I'm gonna have a full review on this unit coming soon as well. The microphone itself is all right, like it does the job. It's not the best mic. The Vocaster One interface itself is dope, works fine, perfectly easy to use. Like haven't had a problem with it. Like I love it. And the headphones are just kit headphones, best way to put it. But like if you have a Shure MV7 or a Rode Podcaster mic or a Shure SMB7 and you pair that with this interface, you can literally record your audio directly into your headphones. So, and that's what I love about it. So, like my audio for the FX30 is this setup when I'm doing my talking head videos, and then when I'm vlogging or doing other videos, I'll either use the internal mic in the FX30 because it's pretty decent, or I'll use this. I love this little mic. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to focus on it. It might be too dark in here, but it's the I butcher their name every time, but it's the Sennheiser uh Mic 200, and this little thing is a beast. Like I've had this compared to like the Rode shotgun mics, the Rode Vid Pro. The It's even better than the DDD mics, and those are the only things close to it as far as good. So this I got two of them. I only need one, so I may do a giveaway or something soon, or I may give this away to somebody because I have two of them and I don't need two of them. But like they were on sale, so I was able to pick up a little 2-pack. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment, and make sure you hit those post notifications so you know when I do the giveaway and maybe you can win it. But yeah, so those are my audio options right now for my FX30 situation. And I think for right now, I'm good. I'm done. I have my dream camera. I have lenses that suit me for the moment. I have my audio set up. If I change anything audio setup wise, like I said, I might switch this mic out for a better mic. We'll see. But Will Allen Creative Media. I'm doing my YouTube thing. You guys know this. I'm also in the midst of getting client work, so I'm about to start doing, some filming situations now that I have the FX30, and I'm going to focus on that, and we're going to see where we grow. And the point that I made to say that I'm good with where I'm at right now is because even me this last week, I've been just so focused on gear. I had that gas, man. It was tingling. And, we get so caught up in it. Like, oh, we need the newest this, the newest that. And it's like, we really don't. Like, so here's my thing to you guys. If you feel like you need to upgrade or you need to do this, assess your situation, right? Think to yourself, okay, if I had this, I would be good. And think to yourself if this is better than what you have. And if that's the case, get what you feel that you need to be happy and then stop. If not, then just stop, because I feel like we're more victims to marketing than anything. Because, like, yes, I have the FX30. It was my dream camera. The only reason I got it is because the deal that was presented to me was too good to pass up. I couldn't. But I was holding off on getting this because I didn't want to buy it right now. And my boy Donovan, me and him talk all the time. If he was on here right now, he would tell you, like, before I got this, me and him would go back and forth. Oh, I want it. Oh, I want it. Like, he wants it just as bad as I did. And we both were just kind of holding off because the situation wasn't right. And I got lucky and the situation presented itself. So that's why I got it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it. But it's just like, I honestly feel that we watch YouTube videos and we see other people with the gear we'd like to have, or the gear that we think we need, and like it just rubs us to the point where we're like, oh, I want to go get it too, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, I don't honestly think we need it half the time. So, you know, I say that to say, like, I'm done for a while. I'm just gonna sit back and kill content now, and see what happens. And as my channel and brand grows, then my gear will grow with it. But if it doesn't grow the way I see it could potentially grow, then the gear will stay how it is right now. I could have went out and bought like 5 more lenses for the FX30 now that I have my dream camera, but it's like, what's the point? The Sigma 16, it works for me in this situation when I'm vlogging or need some, wider shots. The 30 helps me when I need, something that's a little bit more close up and, intimate and whatever. And then I got the Tamron 35, which is more like a 52 for that portrait, 50 or 85 situation. So, and I'm gonna leave it there and we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Also, Canon just released a dope update for the C70. So, if you have the C70, you're probably really happy right now. The FX3 got a new firmware update that makes it seem new again, as I've heard. The FX30 has an update, but apparently they halted people from being able to get it because it was making the FX30 body stop working or something of that sort. So I'm waiting to see how that situation assess, as I am a owner of an FX30 now. There's a firmware update that I can't get at the moment. So, we're waiting to see what happens with that. But yeah, I was behind on this episode, and there wasn't really too much popping right now in the gear world. So I figured I'd, kind of get on here, let you guys know what's been new with me, what I have. And, you guys comment, let me know if you've gotten anything new recently, anything you got your eye on, what you're looking for. And maybe we can have a dialogue on, why you should or shouldn't get it. And, I love talking about gear. Me and my boy Donovan, that's all we talk about, man. We talk about gear all the time. It's just, our thing to do. So yeah, it's your boy Big Will Allen Creative. And make sure you stick around to go find those reviews on the FX30, on the Z30, on the Vodcaster One Studio Kit, and I got some more reviews up my bag, some things that I got recently that surprised me that I'm gonna do some reviews on. So, you make sure you guys go stick around and watch those. And if this is your first time watching Prime Gear Weekly, then go watch last week's episode. It was launch day, so we talked about some of the new stuff that was coming out. And welcome to the family. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, let's talk about it.